The city of New Orleans pulsed with life as dusk settled, the air thick with the scent of magnolias and the distant echo of jazz. On Royal Street, the legendary Blue Note Lounge glimmered with golden lights, its entrance guarded by a velvet rope and a sharply dressed doorman. Inside, the city's elite mingled, laughter and music swirling together in a heady cocktail of privilege and tradition. On this particular evening, a young white woman named Evelyn Carter approached the entrance, her auburn hair pulled back in a neat chignon, her blue eyes bright with anticipation. She wore a simple but elegant navy dress, her only jewelry, a silver locket that had belonged to her mother. Evelyn's hands trembled slightly as she clutched her phone, scrolling through her emails to confirm her reservation. Tonight was special. She was here to celebrate the anniversary of her late mother's passing, a woman who had once dreamed of owning a place just like this. The doorman, a tall black man named Reggie, eyed her with a mixture of suspicion and boredom. "Sorry, ma'am, we're fully booked tonight." "No walk-ins," he said, his tone polite but firm. Evelyn smiled, trying to keep her nerves at bay. "I have a reservation under Carter, Evelyn Carter." Before Reggie could check the list, the club's manager, a black woman named Simone Duval, swept over. Simone was known for her sharp suits and sharper tongue, her reputation for running a tight ship legendary among the staff. She glanced at Evelyn, her eyes narrowing. "Look, this place isn't for tourists or charity cases," Simone said, her voice low but cutting. "Try the cafe down the street. We have a certain standard here." Evelyn's smile faltered. "I assure you, I have a reservation. Here's the confirmation email." She held out her phone, the screen glowing with the unmistakable subject line, "Your Blue Note Lounge reservation." Simone snatched the phone, barely glancing at it before thrusting it back. "That's cute. Anyone can fake an email these days. I don't have time for games." A few nearby patrons, a group of well-dressed black women, snickered. At the bar, a white couple exchanged glances, the man muttering, "People like her shouldn't be here. It ruins the vibe." Evelyn's cheeks burned. She took a deep breath, determined not to let the humiliation show. "I just wanted to celebrate something important. Please." Simone waved her hand dismissively. "Security, please escort this woman out. She's disturbing the guests." Reggie hesitated, but Simone's glare brooked no argument. He gently but firmly took Evelyn's arm. As she was led away, her phone slipped from her grasp, clattering to the pavement and cracking the screen. The sound echoed in the night, a sharp punctuation to her shame. Outside, the city's music seemed to mock her. Evelyn stood in the cold, blinking back tears. She heard a soft voice behind her. "Excuse me, miss. Are you all right?" The speaker was an older black man, his clothes worn but clean, his eyes kind. He held a battered saxophone case in one hand. Evelyn managed a shaky smile. "I'll be fine. Just not my night, I guess." The man studied her for a moment. Then his eyes widened. "Wait a minute. You're Evelyn Carter, aren't you? Daughter of Margaret Carter?" Evelyn nodded, surprised. "You knew my mother?" The man grinned, revealing a missing tooth. "Knew her? She used to play here, back when this place was just a hole in the wall. She was a legend. I'm Louis King. She taught me everything I know about jazz." Evelyn's heart twisted. She always wanted to own a place like this. She worked so hard, but... Louis nodded, understanding. "She was the soul of this city. And you're her legacy." Evelyn straightened, a new resolve hardening in her chest. She pulled out her phone, ignoring the cracked screen, and dialed a number from memory. "Hi, it's Evelyn Carter. I need you to get the regional director and the PR team to the Blue Note Lounge. Now." Louis watched, bemused, as Evelyn's demeanor shifted from wounded to commanding. Within 15 minutes, a fleet of black SUVs pulled up to the curb. Men and women in tailored suits spilled out, their faces tense with urgency. Inside the club, Simone was basking in the glow of her authority when the doors burst open. The regional director, a stern white woman named Patricia Lang, strode in, flanked by the PR team and security. "Simone Duval, we need to speak. Now," Patricia said, her voice icy. Simone's confidence wavered. "What's this about?" Patricia gestured to Evelyn, who entered the club with Louis at her side. The room fell silent. "You just humiliated the owner of this entire franchise," Patricia said, her words ringing out like a gavel. Simone's face was drained of color. "Owner? She's lying. This is a joke." Patricia shook her head. Evelyn Carter inherited controlling interest in the Blue Note Group after her mother's passing. She's your boss's boss's boss. A waiter fainted. Glasses clinked as guests froze, their conversations dying mid-sentence. Simone stammered. I didn't know. She didn't look." Patricia cut her off. "That's exactly the problem. You judged her by her appearance, not her character. You've embarrassed this company and violated our core values." Security escorted Simone and the complicit staff out. The club's regulars watched in stunned silence as the power dynamic shifted before their eyes. Evelyn turned to the remaining staff. "This club will be closed for 30 days. Everyone who participated in tonight's incident is terminated, effective immediately. We will be retraining the entire team on respect, inclusion, and hospitality." She faced the crowd, her voice steady. "I didn't come here to impress anyone. I came to honor my mother, who believed that music and kindness could change the world. She built this dream from nothing, and I intend to protect it." Some guests wiped away tears. Others began to clap, the applause swelling until it filled the room. Evelyn walked back outside where Louis waited. She smiled at him, her eyes shining. "Are you hungry?" Louis nodded, his voice trembling. "I haven't eaten all day." Evelyn grinned. "Let's eat. My treat, and if you're interested, I'd like you to be our new music director. We need someone who understands what this place is really about." Louis's eyes filled with tears. "I'd be honored." They returned to the now empty club, where a few remaining staff members, those who had tried to intervene on Evelyn's behalf, served them a simple meal. Louis played a soft tune on his saxophone, the notes weaving through the empty tables like a benediction. As they ate, Evelyn looked around the club, imagining her mother at the piano, the room filled with laughter and song. She felt a sense of peace settle over her, the weight of the night lifting. But the story didn't end there. The next morning, news of the incident spread like wildfire. Social media exploded with hashtags Blue Note Justice, Never Judge, and Carter Legacy. Videos of the confrontation went viral, sparking debates about race, privilege, and the power of humility. Evelyn received hundreds of messages, some supportive, others hateful. She read each one, determined to use her newfound visibility for good. She organized a citywide jazz festival, inviting musicians from all backgrounds to perform. The proceeds went to local charities, including a fund for aspiring young artists. The Blue Note Lounge reopened with a new mission: to be a place where everyone was welcome, regardless of their appearance or background. Simone, disgraced and unemployed, struggled to find work, but one day she received a letter from Evelyn inviting her to attend the festival. The letter was simple. "We all make mistakes. What matters is what we do next. You're welcome to join Yusuf if you're willing to learn." Simone hesitated, pride warring with regret. In the end, she attended the festival, watching from the back as Louis played a tribute to Margaret Carter. The music moved her in ways she hadn't expected, and she found herself applauding with the rest of the crowd. After the performance, Evelyn approached her. "Everyone deserves a second chance," she said. "If you're willing to start over, we could use someone with your experience." Simone nodded, tears in her eyes. Thank you. I won't let you down. The Blue Note Lounge became a beacon in the city, a place where stories were shared and differences celebrated. Evelyn's leadership transformed not just the club, but the entire community. Years later, a young girl approached Evelyn at the club, her eyes wide with wonder. "Is it true you were kicked out of your own club?" Evelyn laughed. "It's true, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It taught me that power isn't about how you look or where you come from. It's about what you do with it." The girl smiled. "I want to be like you when I grow up." Evelyn knelt down, her voice gentle. "You can be anything you want. Just remember, never judge anyone by their appearance. And always, always listen to the music." As the club filled with the sound of jazz, Evelyn looked around at the faces, black, white, young, old, rich, poor, all united by the power of music and the promise of a second chance. And in that moment, she knew her mother's dream had finally come true. Never judge a person by their appearance, their clothes, or their color. True power is found in kindness, humility, and the courage to do what's right, even when it's hard. Have you ever been judged unfairly? Share your story, and remember, respect is the music that brings us all together. If you enjoyed this story, comment respect and share it with someone who believes in second chances. Subscribe for more stories of justice, redemption, and hope.